What's up, YouTube? Thomas L here. Now, I think the villains in the MCUs have been pretty decent. Some have been misses, and lots have been hits. So, I decided to do my top 10 favorite villains from the MCU. So, with that being said, here's my list. Coming in at number 10 might be a little bit of an unpopular one, but I don't care what you say, what's unpopular or not. My number 10 favorite is Whiplash, which I thought Mickey Rourke as Whiplash was awesome. I thought he played the role really well. He played both Whiplash and the alter ego Ivan Vanko pretty decent. In it, Mickey Rourke's Ivan Vanko is a Russian physics and a ex-convict who builds like a pair of arc reactor base electric weapons whips. I meant to say, and I like I said, Mickey Rourke was awesome as that role. Also the fight scene between Whiplash and Tony Stark, I thought was pretty good. Also, Sam Rockwell's Justin Hammer was okay, but they kind of wasted that guy a little. But yeah, I'm one of the rare folks who didn't mind Iron Man 2. It's not the best out of the MCU or anything like that, but I thought Iron Man 2 was pretty fun, and it's a shame we still haven't seen Whiplash since Iron Man 2, but yeah, if we ever see Whiplash again, it'll probably be a different actor, but to be honest, I think Mickey Rourke was, I think he was born to play that role, and it's a shame we're probably not going to see the character again. Or not played by Mickey Rourke, that is. Alright. Coming in at number 9. Now I'm not really good at pronouncing this name so well, so bear with me. But my number 9 favorite is Kalisa Celius, who was played by Mads Mikkelsen in Doctor Strange. Of course, he's like the master of mystic arts who broke away from the Ancient One. I thought Mads Mikkelsen was an awesome villain. That guy plays the villain role really well, and he was great in Doctor Strange. Like the mystical powers he uses, I thought was pretty good. The end fight scene between Doctor Strange and them were both pretty decent. I'll be down to see the character return again. Maybe not. Maybe for the sequel, but I'm pretty sure when Doctor Strange 2 comes, we'll probably see a different villain. But I'll be down to see this character return again because he was a pretty cool villain. All right, my number 8 favorite will be Ronan the Destroyer from Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, of course, Ronan also had like a bit part in Captain Marvel, which I admit. Ronan the Destroyer was a little wasted in Captain Marvel. I kind of wish they did a little more with him now, but at least in Guardians of the Galaxy they did a lot with him. And I thought Ronan the Destroyer was a really cool villain. Of course, he's a Kree Raider show who, of course, agrees to retrieve an artifact for Thanos in exchange for irradiating dating his moral enemies, which are, and of course he has his Sakran armies that also hunt down the Guardians. Of course, one of the army guys is played by Jamin Hansu, who was pretty cool in his part. Also, the actor who played Ronan, I thought was great. The actor's name is Lee Pace. He played that role really well, and he looked really unrecognizable. Like, before he did Guardians of the Galaxy, he was also in that movie Marmaduke, and he was also on a TV show. I think it was Pushing Daisies or something around that line. So seeing him do a role like this, I thought was pretty interesting to watch, and yeah, and I'll be down to see Ronan come back again, but maybe like maybe a better role than he had in Captain Marvel. Alright, coming in at number 7 is the Vulture, played by Michael Keaton in Spider-Man Homecoming. Now, of course, Michael Keaton is best known for playing the hero known as Batman in the DC films, but it was pretty cool seeing the guy play a villain, like a super villain in Spider-Man Homecoming. And There was like few actors who were once attached to play Vulture one time, like John Malkovich was said to play Vulture in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 4. But now we finally had a chance to see Vulture in Homecoming, and Michael Keaton, either he was great as Vulture. I mean, I'm sure John Malkovich would have been as good, but Michael Keaton played that role perfectly. And of course, spoiler for Homecoming, but of course the twist at the end where it turns out that the Vulture was Liz's dad. I literally did not see that twist coming. But anyway, yeah, I really love the character of Vulture, and Keaton was really great. I think Keaton is reprising his role as Vulture again for Far From Home, if I'm not mistaken. So that was the last time we got to see the Vulture. All right. My number 6 favorite is Hela, played by Kate Blanchett in Thor Ragnarok. Now, of course, Hela is the sister of Thor and Loki, and Hela was really cool. Like, she kind of reminded me of Maleficent in a way, because she had like those horns on her head. I really, I really had like a Maleficent feel from that character. And it's probably one of my favorite Kate Blanchett roles. She played the role really well. I mean, she was really menacing. She was really evil. I mean, really awesome character. Okay. My number 5 favorite will be Ultron. Now, Ultron was really a cool villain. I mean, of course, he was created by Tony Stark, which I mean that was an interesting premise right there. And of course, Ultron was voiced by James Spader, which it was pretty cool seeing Downey Jr. and James Spader back again together since Less Than Zero, I believe it was. And James Spader was really menacing as the role of Ultron. And see, I finally added Age of Ultron in my top 10 list because I've been doing top 10 lists of MCU based films, and I always keep and I always end up leaving Ultron off the list. But I do love Ultron. Just the other MCU movies I slightly enjoy a little more, but Age of Ultron is still really awesome. And James Spader, I'll love to see him come back as Ultron again in the future, but God knows if that will ever happen. We'll see. Alright. My number 4 favorite will be Red Skull, played by Hugo Weaving. Now, Red Skull, I mean, Hugo Weaving as Red Skull was awesome casting. Like, they really, like, Hugo Weaving really played that role perfectly. And I really like the accent that he used. Believe it or not, Hugo Weaving said that he patterned Red Skull's accent on those of Werner Herzog and Celeste Maria Bandauer. So there's that. And it's a shame we haven't really like, besides his little cameo in Infinity War, we haven't really seen Red Skull that much again since. I'd love to see Hugo Weaving back, but I don't know if that'll ever happen, to be honest. Yeah, but who knows? I mean, we'll probably see Red Skull again, like, full on, but maybe not by Hugo Weaving, which is going to be disappointing to see, but... Alright, coming in at number 3 will be Killmonger, played by Michael B. Jordan in Black Panther. I mean, Killmonger was an awesome villain. I mean, I also like the rivalry between Killmonger and T'Challa. And the fight scene between Killmonger and T'Challa it was probably one of my favorite fight scenes of last year. And Michael B. Jordan, I mean, he played his role as Killmonger was just perfect. I mean, he played that role really well. And also, we did had Andy Serkis play as the villain as well, but I think Michael B. Jordan actually played the villain a little more better. And yeah, I'm hoping we get to see Killmonger again in the future, like maybe in Black Panther 2 or anything else. I just love to see this character back on screen again. Alright, my number 2 favorite is Loki. Now, of course, Loki had his parents in the first door, and then he also played the villain again in the Avengers. And since that, he's haven't really played the main villain since. Like they mainly had him go from villain to kind of a nicer guy than you expect. Because in Thor: The Dark World, he became a little nicer. Then in Thor: Ragnarok, he became more nicer. Then of course in Infinity War, they pretty much killed him off. So get that. But Loki, the Tom Hiddleston, he was born to play this role. I mean, there was like talks about that he was gonna play Thor one time. I like Tom Hiddleston, but I really don't think I could ever have seen him play Thor. Him as Loki is a much better performance. He really played Loki well, and the chemistry between him and Thor sells the whole films. And I mean, of course, he was one of the best villains of the Avengers. I mean, he was an awesome villain, and it's a shit. Like, I'm pretty sure we're probably gonna see Tom Hiddleston play Loki again in the TV show, but I think it's either gonna be Tom Hiddleston or probably a different actor to play the role. But I just think Tom Hiddleston really embodied that role perfectly, and like if you go Google search Loki, the comic books, he actually looks so much like Tom Hiddleston. So. Uh, Definitely a really awesome villain. Alright, my number 1 favorite MCU villain is a no shocker. Come on. You probably expect it should be here. Number 1 will be Thanos. I mean, Thanos is just... Sorry about that. Anyway, Thanos was menacing. I mean, spoiler for Infinity War, but I mean, come on. The movie's been out for a while. I'm sure lots of people still have. If you guys still haven't seen Infinity War by now, you have no interest in seeing it. But anyway, of course, in Infinity War, Thanos of course snaps his fingers, and pretty much almost everyone pretty much gets killed. And I mean, how menacing is that? He pretty much killed almost every population there is, and Josh Brolin as Thanos. I thought that was perfect casting. Josh Brolin was amazing as that role. And like I say, he was so menacing. He his voice was really menacing as well. And such an awesome villain. And Thanos, I mean, of course, Thanos been he's been teased ever since the first Avengers, and then since then, he's been like a major player. And like, of course, Infinity War was the first film where he took center stage. So, yeah, Thanos is definitely the best MCU villain there is. I mean, I was going to add maybe Loki as number 1, but I was like, you know what? Thanos is probably the better villain we had. So, and after Thanos, I'm really curious to see who the next big bad guy will be. Of course, after, we gotta wait to see what's going to go after Endgame comes out. But, yeah, I'm really looking forward to see who the next bad guy will be, because I mean, to be honest, whoever it is, it'll probably be hard to top Thanos, because Thanos was just an awesome villain, and Josh Brolin was the one that really made that character perfect. And yeah, anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me do the quick rundown. Number 10, Whiplash for Iron Man 2. 9, Callisis for Doctor Strange. 8, Rowan the Destroyer for Guardians of the Galaxy. 7, Vulture for Spider-Man Homecoming. 6, Hela for Thor Ragnarok. 5, Ultron for Avengers Age of Ultron. 4, Red Skull for Captain America the First Avenger. 3, Killmonger for Black Panther. 2, Loki for Thor and the Avengers. 1, Thanos from Avengers Infinity War. Now, let me leave you guys. What are some of your favorite MCU movie villains? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Tom Sells signing off.